right, you got it pulled back up. Testing 1, 2. We might be having some audio here, folks, in the bottom of the second inning.
You're on. I cut my stuff down for some reason. But we might be on now.
But I can't hear you.
Because
In my
this is
headset.
supposed to be, I think, in our headset here. Here, you say something.
2-ball, 1-strike count. Fly ball by
Right, here's
Sidney Harris out to center field with runners at first and second. That is out number 2. Lady Pioneers lead 5-2 after 5 runs scored in the bottom of the first inning. Katie Davis stepping to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Well, look at there, folks. We only got 17 people up here in this press box trying to figure out what A.J. Fawson could have done in about 2.8 seconds. First pitch to Davis. The misses away. So we are starting in the middle of a game. I do have lineups.
Just the bottom of the second.
Ashley Milligan out on the mound for the Lady Senators, who won game 1, 7-6 or 6-5. It was a 1-run game.
6-5.
6-5. 2 balls, no strikes to the left-handed hitting Katie Davis. Lady Senators with 2 in the top of the first. Lady Pioneers 5 in the bottom of the first gets us to a 5-2 score. 3 balls, no strikes to Katie Davis. Killian Roberts on at second base. And Sidney Harris on at first. Both reached on base hits.
Tim, you want me to take over?
Called.
Tim, you want me to take over running the scoreboard for you while you're calling?
You know what? Absolutely, you can handle that. I'm wondering why we can't.
Why we can't hear each other?
In my my headset.
Probably because this was more of a spontaneous calling of a game than a planned out one.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, and Bailey Osbrook steps to the plate. Wasn't planning on coming here, Reagan Smith, who was running the dials, and Josh, what's your last name? Landers? That's a big name in Arkansas. No, I've been sitting all game. Our scoreboard operator cannot. Miss Kimberly, you cannot give me. I can't see over the camera anyway.
Couldn't even see.
You got to take that chair back. Head coach Johnny Lynn's wife up here running the scoreboard. Offered me her seat, so ladylike. Round ball into the hole. Osbrooks cannot beat it out. That is 3 outs. No runs scored in the bottom of the second, though the Lady Pioneers threatened.
Threatened several times, Tim. We saw some good knocks earlier while we were sitting up here getting the audio together to get the Lady Pioneers 5 runs on the board. Some solid knocks. You could hear them clear as day through that glass.
We have got to figure this out, Samuel Park, as to why we can't hear inside
yes, we
our
do.
headset. So,
luckily, it's kind of quiet in here.
you got to hear nothing in game 1. And lucky you get to hear us talk through some audio stuff. Well, now I get to sit down so I can see below. Reagan Smith, you got any ideas?
Call AJ or something.
We got to hear in our headsets here somehow or another. It's not through there.
While we're sorting that out, I see
Folks, thanks for joining us on the VolState Sports Network here for Lady Pioneers softball.
The chaos of what is an impromptu game calling. There is.
We're trying to make things better for you folks down the road. While I broadcast baseball up on the hill, I'd like to find somebody who can broadcast some softball the next home game. Of course, we got a doubleheader tomorrow right back here at Dr. Nichols. What's his first? Warren and Chris. Dr. Warren and Chris Nichols softball complex on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at noon. Not sure if one of these guys wants to come back here and broadcast tomorrow, as the Pioneers and Senators baseball squads will be playing a doubleheader starting at noon as well. But we are efforting to get a two-camera look for you. I think you might have had a two-camera look in Game 1 for some part of that. Is that right, Reagan? No. No? Okay.
Not even any camera.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
So that is bunted down. Grace Gregory throws, but the throw gets into the runner. Is that number 22? Is it? Can't read the.
I think it was 22.
Here. Johnson. No, that was number 20. Tatum. Possibly Dice.
Yeah, hold on. What is? Where is it at?
Right? Are you? Okay.
That's the Tatum Dew, number 20. Tatum Dew. And there's a solid knock there that goes foul as Tim Reese steps away to get his iPad. At bat is number 2, Haley Laramie for VolState. And bringing the delivery. And we have somebody going to second base. And that will be strike. Didn't see a call. That was going to be ball 1. Late signed by the umpire. Ball 1 and 1 strike. Here comes the delivery, and there's a solid knock going out to right field, and that is going to be caught for the out. And the ball and the pass will go over. It looked like it would go to third, but the runner is able to advance to third base. And so there is 1 out of the inning. Runner on third in scoring position.
Brianna Breach, number 13, steps to the plate. She's playing first base. As I've pulled up my VolState softball stats online, I can read typed print a whole lot better. I can read somebody's handwriting on a scorecard.
There was typed stuff down there. That's
yeah, you're right.
That's where I've been running it from here.
Attaboy.
That's why I hollered at the name.
Okay. Number 22 is Jules Johnson. She's the catcher.
And solid knock right there to third base for the out.
2 outs, runner at third.
I'll tell you, Tim, that's the difference I can already pick up between softball and baseball. I can hear clearly when somebody just hammers the ball here in softball. But I think it might be a difference in the booths, too.
This is pretty secure in here. Can't open this window in front of us. Called strike to Ava Brooks, sophomore. Came in hitting 400 to the doubleheader. 33, now 34-0 are the Washington Senators. Madeline Ray makes the grab for out number 3 out there in right field. She's got the sun field. Got those sunglasses on that you like to talk about.
Nothing but blinding light out there in right field because I was walking from that direction as we were getting everything set up. I was walking from that direction, and it was blinding.
You had those they look like cataract surgery sunglasses. What is that you're wearing?
My pit vipers. My pit vipers.
Some kind of viper?
The Macho Man Randy Savage glasses.
Okay. If you say so.
Well.
All right, Reagan, you got an idea? Did you?
It said, is the box that controls volume on the headsets turned on? I don't know.
Is the box? Say it again. Is the box?
Is the box that controls volumes for the headsets turned on?
That green light is on.
I still can't hear you.
Nope, because I wasn't talking. But
is there another light for that? This would no, because this is main in.
Hey, whatever you did there, do it again.
We're all the way up. Unless we're missing this. See if we're deafening the people.
There we go. Okay, now we figured it out. We don't have this up high enough. Now I can hear you. Can you hear me in your headset?
No, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can?
Yes.
Okay.
What's our?
So then there must be what's not hit on yours? It's hit on mine.
Okay. Well, you just hit me, right
Well,
there.
that's the main input. That's the treble.
What about now? Can you hear that any better?
Can't.
Why are you got a bunch of green lights right there, and we got none over here at
That's
this?
the
Is
main
that
input. That's
okay? Well, I can hear you as Madeline Ray steps in from the left-hand batter's box.
Makes no sense to me, folks. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. Oh, I'm in the middle of the third still.
You're hearing okay on the on YouTube? Swing and a miss by Madeline Ray, the diminutive one, right fielder for the Lady Pioneers.
And as Timber steps away for a split second, here comes the delivery, and that is going to be ball one. Count right now is 1-2. No outs here in the bottom of the third.
She gonna take my job.
And that is going to be ball number 2.
Madeline Ray from Evansville, Tennessee, Ray County. We had a baseball player for Walter State from Evansville.
And that is going to be ball number 3.
A Full Count Ministries foul or a full count right here.
Oh, so they sponsored softball too?
Wherever I go.
Wherever you go.
Wherever I go.
Oh, so they've sponsored you.
That's right. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Ray will go sit down. Close pitch, but tough to swing at that one as you're taking a step toward first base, which is what a lot of these smaller left-handed hitters are doing. They're stepping up in the box or toward first base. Corey Harris, the shortstop, steps in. She'll do the same thing. There's a called strike. You got to be careful, Samuel, with these softball umpires. The problem is we can't hear him say. I barely could hear him make a strike call, but it's a very delayed right hand straight up.
I can't hear him at all, so when I'm calling it, I'm just relying on what I'm seeing, and sometimes what I'm seeing is different than what the umpire sees.
You can't see it from like calling a pitch, but you got to wait for that right arm to come up. All right, yeah, I'm hearing me and you in my headset. We'll have to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because I'm hearing nothing. Not myself and not you. Nor am I hearing the radio station.
Corey Harris, freshman from Cedar Hill, Tennessee, Joe Burns High School. She fouls one off to the left side into the open, empty grass area where some kids were out there playing wall ball, I think, when you and I came walking over from the baseball field. Well, I didn't walk over. I drove all the way over and then walked from the parking lot. I'm sure that's exactly what you did.
You could hear the truck start up. You could hear the exhaust rattle because there's probably something loose I need to tighten up.
Another foul ball off the screen. Heads up, Johnny Lynn. Makes a play. Athlete. Nothing but athletes in that Lynn family. A legend. Isn't that right, Bobby Hudson, athletic director? He's sitting up here in the nice plush press box. Been here for about 75, now 38 years. Ground ball to second base. Up and over to Brianna Beach at first base for out number 2. And the top of the Lady Pioneers lineup, Grace Gregory, will get her third at-bat in the third inning. Since I don't have my scorebook, Samuel, I can't tell you exactly what she did in the first 2 ABs, but she got on base. I know I saw her sprawling across second base in that 5-run first. Did I say sprawling across second base? It was home plate. Pretty sure that was home plate she rolled over. You don't score runs, Josh, when you roll over second base, okay? That's not even a half a run. They can't count 2 half runs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third, Lady Pioneers trying to get the split in the doubleheader here on day 1 of the 2-day conference series between number 4 in all the land, the Lady Senators, and number 14, Lady Pioneers. Grace Gregory came in hitting .426, 8 home runs, 35 RBIs. Not sure if she hit any long balls. Is Kimberly any home runs by VolState in game 1? Did she? It's all right. So number 9, there's a reach out and touch me fly ball to right field for out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Ashley Milligan. We're going to the top of the 4th, scheduled for 7 innings here at VolState. Go ahead, Samuel.
I was just going to say, have they ever played a full 9 yet this season?
They don't, unless it's extra innings, they don't play 9-inning games.
See, I'm still learning softball. That's why I'm over here calling it.
You got a lot to learn, baby. This game is very different than baseball. It's kind of crazy. It's fun. It's fast. Hallie Grace Patton out on the mound for the Lady Pioneers. I assume that
Nia Boone, the catcher, 2-sport athlete. I remember I called her basketball games earlier.
I assume that Maddie Croxford started game 1. Did Maddie? She did? Okay. The freshman out of Station Camp High School. Hallie Grace Patton from Savannah, Tennessee, Hardin County. Bobby Hudson has left the building. Okay, let's see if we can get to some women's softball on my iPad. Who we got leading off, number 18?
Saltz up to bat. I think we're still doing all this live over the YouTube air.
Do you think?
I think we are. I don't know. You're in control of the audio. I'm in control of the screen. Lead off pitch, and looks like that's going to be a strike, apparently. And delivery 2, and that one should be called strike. 0-2 is the count. As Tim Reese prepares some stats.
Trying to get my iPad where I can actually have an idea. I'm trying to move from baseball over to softball, and the internet is going exceedingly slow.
The internet just does not like this side. I can't ever order. And there's a nice knock there that ends up going foul. Tim, the internet just does not like this side of the building. It does not.
This side of the building or this side of the campus?
Building, campus, all runs together to me.
Oh, well, you and I hadn't been in this building before together, I don't think so.
No, I don't think we have. But specifically, I'm meaning this side of the campus because I will try to order some food after one of my first classes because I got a good spot for lunch. There is a ball 1 there delivered. 1-2 the count, no outs. I'll try to order me some lunch, whether that be from any of the restaurant places nearby or
well, we can only talk
Jersey
about
Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
There's a solid knock here, and that's going to be caught for the first out. But yes, we can only talk about Jersey Mike's here, which I did order lunch from Jersey Mike's one day. My buddy told me to get something that sounded like it was an Italian. I don't know. I don't really remember what it was now. And up to bat now.
Sarah King.
Sarah King for Walter State. And there's a delivery, and that is going to go into the dirt for the first ball. It seems, Tim, that we've just kind of swapped roles while the chaos has happened of getting everything set up. Second delivery, that's a solid knock right over to the inside fielder, and that is going to be called an out for the second out. Guess the first base umpire said out. Looked to me like we could have been close.
Yeah, Killian Roberts had a little trouble with that hard hit ground ball, and it took her just a second to get her hands around it. Threw over to Cheyenne Lester for the out, but it was a bang-bang play at first base.
And there's a foul.
Kaylee Dixon, a freshman, leadoff batter for the Lady Senators, center fielder at the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. Came in hitting .466. These are all stats before game 1, and we don't have the stats from that game 1 to add in. Hallie Grace Patton on for her 20th appearance. I don't know if she got in game 1. She throws the changeup that goes down low. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Hallie Grace, sophomore for the Lady Pioneers. 14th start of the year, 11-4 record, one of the top win totals in the conference. She gets a called strike on the outside corner there. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Patton with 90 innings, 86 strikeouts, a 3.10 ERA. Again, one of the tops in the conference. Pitch goes outside. Well, a Full Count Ministries Full Count. Full Count provides broadcast equipment for baseball and sometimes softball when I bring my gear down here. So we thank Full Count Ministries for their support of VolState Athletics. There's a line drive to center field. Sydney Harris over to her left makes the catch for a 1-2-3 inning. Both clubs go down in order. Back-to-back half innings, and we'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Pioneers still lead 5-2. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Anaya, whoa, that's way up there. Anaya Boone steps to the plate, leading off. First pitch hitting.
There we go. I'm starting to finally hear you now. I guess we just need to turn you up louder in my head or something.
Maybe that's what that is right there. All right.
Just can barely hear you.
Center fielder Kaylee Dixon out in center field that made that catch. Now Killian Roberts steps to the plate. Boone retired on a line drive to center field. Killian Roberts playing second base, the 3-hole hitter for Lady Pioneers, and she will get drilled right in the wallet, although she's probably not carrying a wallet around, so she got it in the gluteus area, the gluteal area. Christian Lynn, first base coach down there, checking with her, make sure she's okay. Honestly, not a bad place to get hit. You don't want to get hit in the ribs, but Cheyenne Lester will be in the batter's box for the Lady Pioneers when Killian Roberts is okay. Killian's grandfather has checked in on the T. Reese Sports Gmail on occasion when I've been broadcasting. J. Don Roberts. Killian from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Blackman High School. Now Cheyenne Lester. Milligan can get that ball to the plate pretty quickly. Lester also from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but she went to Oakland High School, a rival of Blackman. But here the Lady Pioneers are teammates. Lester, now the count 1-2 strikes. Catcher Jules Johnson reacted right there as though she had just got strike 3. Is that right? Is it 1-1 or is it
1-1-1?
Okay.
Now it's
the way she reacted, it was like it was strike 3, and I thought, what did I miss? And then I thought, well, maybe we've got some wireless connection issues again, but 2 balls, 1 strike, ground ball. Johnny Lynn sidesteps that one.
2-2-1.
So everybody in the TCCAA playing today. The only score up on the board on the website is the 6-5 victory by Walter State. Pitch goes high to Lester. She will now look at a full count. Ministries full count. Fans all over the park here with folks sitting out on the berm in straightaway center field. They're out in left center, left field, and also on each of the lines. That pitch goes high. Roberts stealing on the 3-2 count, but she'll cruise into second base with the 1-out walk. Now Sydney Harris steps to the plate, center fielder for the Lady Pioneers. Sydney from Buford, Georgia. Her mama, Miss Thornhill, I can't remember your first name. Guess I can go back to my emails and check and see. Lines that one foul off the left field line. Sydney came in to the day hitting .447, 42 hits and 94 official plate appearances, 7 doubles, 4 triples, and a home run, 28 RBIs. A sophomore. There it is, Allison Thornhill. I've got it.
Had to go back to the emails?
No, I actually have it on the roster that I've created. That's why I had one of those breaks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grandparents Jim and Gail Harris. She calls Papa and Gigi. Change-up sails high. 2 balls and a strike. Big shout out to Toyota of Gallatin for the brand new scoreboard out there in left center field. Beautiful looking scoreboard with the VolState softball logo and name on top. 2-1 is fouled off again over the Lady Pioneers dugout. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thanks to Eric Carr, the general manager, and Jake Thompson, the general sales manager. And my personal salesman, Wayne Hobdy, sold me my 2020 Toyota Tundra. Line drive, ground ball up the middle. That will score at least 1. It'll get to the fence. Sydney Harris.
Maybe 2 coming in.
Step on second. Runner coming to the plate. Throw not in time.
She's in.
Cheyenne Lester scores the 7th run of the ball game. So a 2 RBI double for Sydney Harris. Pioneers open up a 5-run lead. The sun going down here on April 1st. My baby sister's 60th birthday. Can you actually say that? A baby sister is 60, Reagan? That doesn't sound right, does it? Not to you young guys. Not to you 20-somethings. Maybe 19-something, a fake bunt. Harris stays put at second base. She's got a few steals on the year. Coming into today, 19 stolen bases yet to be caught. She probably had 1 or 2 in game 1. That pitch comes high and tight to Davis. Katie Davis from Decatur, Alabama. And there'll be a timeout called as the head coach for Walter State will come out of the dugout to chat with his pitcher, Ashley Milligan. Let's check Ashley Milligan's stats and see what they look like. I'm pretty sure they're excellent. She came in with 17 appearances, so this is appearance number 18. I would assume she did not pitch in game 1. And a 16th start for her. She is 14-0 coming in today. Of course, all of their pitchers, Samuel, have 0 losses since their team is 34-0. 34-0, haven't lost, and they're ranked 4th.
I'm calling they're getting their first loss here tonight.
Is that right? You like being that prophet, don't
7-5.
you? 7 complete games, 79 innings, 48 hits, 88 strikeouts. But Tori Kaufman, who I assume threw in game 1, came in with 168 strikeouts. I got to believe that's number 1 in the conference. That pitch nearly hits Davis, and the count goes 3 balls, no strikes. Let's check out those leaders. Strikeouts. Kaufman came in 80 strikeouts more than the second highest total by Burnett, Cleveland State. There's a 3-0 pitch called ball 4, and that puts runners at first and second. Bailey Osbrooks will step to the plate. Osbrooks from Scottsville, Kentucky, Allen County High School, a freshman. Osbrooks, the designated player here in game 2, kind of like the DH in baseball. She swings at a first pitch, lifts one into right center field. Center fielder over to make the catch. That's
out 2. Out numero dos.
Kaylee Dixon over there in center field. Right fielder is number 2. Let's see if we can find her. Hallie Laramie. I assume that's Hallie. Halle. Just spelled just like Hallie Grace Patton. Madeline Ray in there for Pioneers with 2 outs and 2 on. She looks at a first pitch strike. The 0-1 fouled off to nowhere land in the green grass. That is the lower part of, I don't know if actually VolState actually owns that. They probably do. They probably own at least over to the tree line. That's your homework assignment right there, Sam. You find out who owns that property on the other side of the tree line.
Duly noted, if I can remember it.
Is it really? Yeah. It's probably wetlands, probably a flood zone.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Madeline Ray needs to drive one up the middle, but she is continuing to go to the left side, fouls that pitch off. All right.
Yeah, but they do a lot of work to get that drained out there. Over there for Disney.
Both ball fields for baseball and softball on the campus of Volunteer State Community College here in Gallatin, Tennessee. The softball complex right behind station number 2, as our crack research staff found out for us last time. That crack research staff is Kimberly Lynn, the 34 years married to Johnny Lynn? Was it 34? Is that right? 33. Okay, so she's had the life of Jesus with Johnny Lynn here coming up, 33 years. Strike 3 called, and Ray down on strikes for the second straight at bat. The Pioneers scored 2 runs on a few hits. Big hit by Sydney Harris. Drove in 2 runs on her double into right center field. Lady Pioneers, after 4 innings, lead 7-2. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Where the heck did these 4 runs come from for each team?
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Yeah.
Do you want to broadcast? Do you want to broadcast or no?
Here, do you want to run
Or do
color?
you want to run that? What do you want to
Here,
do?
you here.
But I don't know if I can commentate.
Yeah, you can.
Dude, I don't know anything about it.
Neither do I. I'm just rolling with what I think I know.
You know more than me, man.
No, I don't. I know zilch. I'm just rolling with what I see and how I'm thinking.
Well, let him put that on then if he's going to sit there.
You're going to sit here.
Okay. Want me to run PA since I'm no longer calling?
I don't know. You would need this, and I need it too. So
Well, I think I can use the other one there and just go off the numbers here because I'm just calling who's up the bat, right?
yep.
Who's up the back nine? Who's up the back? 22.
Sorry about that, folks. As you got to hear behind the scenes there, we are all learning.
We'll do it for the next batter again if it didn't work.
And when you don't have control, you assume that somebody else has done something and it didn't happen. Leading off for the Lady Senators, number 6, the shortstop. Let's see if I can find her real name typed out here. Casey Bennett. Change up on the outside corner. Anaya Boone gives a fist bump to say, good job, Hallie Grace. 0-2 to the Lady Senators shortstop. Batting second in the lineup on deck, Jules Johnson. 2, 3, and 4. Smashed out to right field. This could be trouble, and it will be gone. A solo home run for Casey Bennett. 0-2 pitch got way too much of the plate. Casey Bennett with a bit of an unusual approach there. She had her bat over the plate, and in a timing mechanism, she brings her bat back as the pitch starts to come to the plate, and she was able to drive that one to right field as the wind is blowing from left to right, so it's blowing out at right field just like it was up at the baseball field. Jules Johnson, the catcher, at the plate now with nobody out, nobody on. There's a nice changeup in there for a called strike. Inquiring minds want to know who owns that property over there. Green and Little, as a matter of fact, who owns that property. They did. I don't know if they still own. They own a ton of property around here. I think that property over there that's now the Edison apartment complex over there used to be owned by Green and Little, a limited liability corporation. 1-2 pitch just a bit high. Patton looking for first out via the strikeout. On deck is Tatum Dew. 2-2, swung on it, fouled at the plate. Johnson, a freshman, came in hitting .388, had 15 home runs. They have two of the top home run hitters. Casey Bennett, I'm not sure if she got one in game one or not, but if not, that was her 17th knock of the year, which I believe leads the conference in TCCAA. Well, tied with Thompson from Dyersburg State coming into today's game. Both had 16, so unless Thompson had home run in her doubleheader, then Bennett has just taken the home run lead as Johnson will take a walk down to first base. Tatum Dew swinging from the left side of the plate, third baseman for the Lady Senators. Still looking for the first out of the inning. VolState up 7-3. Solo home run to begin the inning for Walters State from Morristown, Tennessee. You got to get to Knoxville, and you're still not there. You got to go about an hour north of Knoxville to get to Morristown, Tennessee. About the only time I'd ever go to Morristown is to go whitewater rafting through there. That ball's popped up. Should be an easy play, and it is for Corey Harris for the first out. Brianna Breach stepping to the plate, first baseman for Walters State, with one on and one out. Reagan Smith now running the dials over on the scoreboard, and oh man, now it's Samuel Park, the public address announcer. He's announcing every other batter, as you know, all good PA announcers will do. Wait, just select who you want to announce.
Oh, well.
2-0 moves to 3 balls and no strikes. Brianna Breach from Unionville, Tennessee Community High School, sophomore for the Lady Senators. .3-0 right down the can. Strike one. Ground ball to second, flip over to short for one. On to first base, not in time, says the base umpire. Cheyenne Lester with the stretch. Ball just did not get there in time. Would have been a big help.
Okay. Now batting, 13, Brianna Beach.
It can't be Brianna Beach still batting, is it? Did I miss somebody in the lineup?
That says 13, right?
Oh, yeah, I did. I missed Hallie Laramie. That's who grounded into the fielder's choice. But I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's not easy to see with those ponytails. So 2 outs. Not sure what the delay is right now.
The squirrel climbing up the net.
Somebody send a ball foul, knock that sucker off. How did he?
He got inside.
Chaos at the ballpark. A squirrel is loose. We're back to playing softball. That is a deep drive. They can kiss that one goodbye. Brianna Beach just hit a 2-run shot to the batting cage out in left field.
He can retire this side quickly.
Possibly Brianna Beach's 14th home run. I was trying to get to see if I can see the box score. Casey Bennett actually did hit a home run in game one. Now has 2 home runs on the day. So she's up to 18. Jules Johnson also with a home run for the Lady Senators. Grace Gregory and Killian Roberts with long balls in game one. So those 2 runs that the Lady Pioneers scored in the bottom of the 4th inning right now are the margin of the deficit for the Lady Senators. As Walter State has scored 3 now in the top of the 5th inning. Fastball inside to Ava Brooks. Foul ball on a 2-0. Brooks swinging. Brooks from Knoxville, Tennessee, Carter High School. She's a sophomore infielder. Changeup fouled off to the right side. On deck is number 18, Jaden Saltz for Lady Senators. Then Sarah King. That pitch misses outside. We'll have a full count. Ministries, full count. And she starts with her bat over. That is a drive down the right field line, but it will go foul. We'll do it all over again. 2 outs, so that was a big play. It's at first base on the close double play ball, 4-6-3, but just not able to get the turn. And then Brianna Breach with the 2-run home run. Ava Brooks, second baseman. We'll see another 3-2 pitch. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning, 7-5 as the pitch just goes outside. There's a walk to Ava Brooks with 2 outs. We will have a pinch hitter here for Jaden Saltz. Hayden Campbell, the pinch hitter. Johnny Lynn will come out to the circle, talk to Allie Grace Patton in the infield. Hayden Campbell, a freshman from Coffee County at Coffee County High School. She is on for her 17th official plate appearance, 13th game. Unless she played in game 1, she has 5 hits and 16 plate appearances. No extra base hits, but 5 RBIs with those 5 hits. First pitch she sees is about eye high for ball 1. Hayden, Haidyn, Campbell. Common spelling of Campbell. So Jaden Salt's the designated player, taken down for pinch hitter Hayden Campbell, is looking now at a 2-ball, no strike count. Lights are on here at the softball complex. There's a changeup that's called strike one. On deck is number 4, Sarah King. And then back to the top of the lineup, but Allie Grace Patton is hoping this is the last batter of the inning. They've gone 3 balls and a strike. Let's see if she's swinging on 3-1. She is. Tap her back to the mound, or the circle. Baseball term I used there. Patton over to Lester for the 3rd out. 3 runs in the inning. And Walter State gets back in to game 2 after winning game 1. Lady Pioneers lead 7-5. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese and Reagan Smith back at the Dr. Warren and Chris Nichols softball complex on the Ball State campus here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Walter State Lady Senators, number 4 in the country, playing the Lady Pioneers, who are ranked number 14th in the country. Lady Pioneers leading 7-5. They will send 9-1-2 to the plate. Corey Harris, the shortstop, leading off. Ashley Milligan still in the circle for Walter State. In baseball, Walter State is the number 1 team in the country. They took a 4-3 victory over the Pioneers. There's a called strike, 2 balls and a strike to the left-handed hitting Corey Harris. Harris looks at another called strike. May not be able to hear the home plate umpire, but I can see Jules Johnson behind the plate. Once she sticks that glove, the ball gets in there. I can see her shake her head like, okay, I heard you say strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. She will foul that one off into the green zone. Corey Harris, a freshman, 397 coming into today's action. 29 hits, 3 doubles, 14 RBIs. It's one up the middle that will get into center field for a leadoff single for Harris. Pioneers, after giving up 3 in the top of the 5th, want to at least put 1 on the board here just to answer those 3 runs. In game 1, Walter State
put 4 on the board in the top of the 5th, and the Lady Pioneers put 4 on the board to tie it in the bottom of the 5th, 5-5. But VolState scored a lone run in the 6th that was unanswered, and that was the go-ahead and winning run. So a tight ball game in game 1. Grace Gregory steps to the plate from Goodpasture High School. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the young lady that actually probably invited me to broadcast my very first VolState softball game back probably a month and a half ago. Starts to swing, but holds up. Pitch called a ball. We were talking at a basketball game on a Saturday night, and she said, "Hey, we play tomorrow on Sunday," and I knew I didn't have a baseball game to broadcast, and I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll come on down there and broadcast that game." And I did. It was a single game. There's a pop-up that should be caught by shortstop Casey Bennett, and it is for out number 1. A quiet young lady, Grace Gregory, at least around me, number 44 from White House, Tennessee. Now Anaya Boone, two-sport athlete, first team all-conference for the women's basketball team. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, number 3 hitter in the inning. First pitch she sees goes inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Boone in game 1 of the doubleheader went 2 for 4, had a double. Also a stolen base. Boone from right here in Gallatin, Tennessee, Gallatin High School, homegrown product. Wearing number 14 on these uniforms. I think on some of the other uniforms she's wearing number 34, which I think is her basketball number. Is that right, Samuel? 3 balls, no strikes. On deck, Killian Roberts. The 3-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Nia Boone came in hitting .473. That batting average will go up after a 2 for 4 game 1. 3-0 or 3-1 pitch called strike. Another full count Ministries, full count. I want to say thank you to Dyer Construction, who's been a supporter of Volunteer State softball. There's a drive out the left field. It will be caught, though. Hard hit ball. The wind might have caught that one. Left fielder Sarah King made that catch. For out number 2, Killian Roberts stepping to the plate.
Number 56, Killian Roberts.
Killian Murfreesboro Blackman's high school sophomore. Killian also 2 for 4, had an RBI, or had 3 RBIs. She hit a home run, was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance, and she looks back at the umpire there with a look of, is she going to come hit me again? That was the 10th home run. Let's see if that's already been added in. That I don't think those stats have been added. Oh, yeah, they have been. Already, I'm telling you, Johnny Lynn, he is all over it. Now the count goes 2 balls and no strikes, so that was the 9th home run. Killian Roberts had an amazing weekend against Columbia State a couple of weeks ago while I broadcasted. So 9 home runs and 44 RBIs. Now the count is 3 balls and a strike. So 33-0 is, that's a called strike. Looked like it was at the knees. I was in error when I said it was 34-0. I didn't know they'd counted that win already against Volunteer State. So Walter State at 33-0 right now. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Swung on and tapped down to third base. Picked and thrown over to first for the third out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are through 5 complete. Lady Pioneers lead 7-5. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Hard hit ball by Sarah King leading off the top of the 6th inning. All right, Josh, did I get your last name? I did. Don't tell me. This is a memory issue. Okay, you did tell me. Josh running the board now. Josh. We got Samuel Park up here, Reagan Smith, and Josh. I'm gonna think of it.
Tim, it's like hurting cats right now.
Landers.
Landers. I would have never got it. I do remember it now. Their bunt. All their home plate umpire is going to say that ball hit her. I didn't think it did, but you thought it did?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that ball has the English on it that as soon as it hits the ground, it's going to come back, but he's calling her out because the ball hit her. She would be out if it hits her. I didn't think the ball actually hit her, but that is
Upper thigh.
okay. All right, so Josh Landers now got the headset on, running the scoreboard. How you doing, Josh?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm good. So both coaches, and I guess I should find out, Josh, who these coaches are for the softball team. Here we go.
Not batting. Number 14.
Larry Sauceman and Mitch Taylor. Larry Sauceman, the head softball coach. Mitch Taylor is the assistant coach. There's a shot down the line, foul off the bat of, who we got, 14? Kaylee Dixon. Yeah, this leadoff batter is throwing me off. I've got her name written over here by her position, number 8, the center fielder. But, folks, we got started in this thing in, what about the 2nd inning? We are running, say, rinky-dink operation we're running here in VolState.
Yeah.
We're efforting. This is,
Isn't that how we normally do it? It's normally more planned than just chaotic. And the PA guy normally doesn't do echo announcing.
It's in the name. It's volunteered.
he can't help it. One hopper back to the circle. Allie Grace Patton will throw on to first for the 2nd out. Casey Bennett homered in her last plate appearance. From Unicoi, Tennessee, Science Hill High School. A sophomore She's the shortstop for Walters State.
Did you say Science Hill?
Science Hill High School.
That's where Steve Spurrier went.
Okay. Who's Steve Spurrier? He's the old ball coach, isn't he?
Yeah, or the Gamecocks.
I think he's more well known for his time at Florida, though.
Yeah.
Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Home plate umpire will say, my plate's getting a little bit too dirty here. I need to do some house cleaning. Casey Bennett hit her 17th home run. Had number 16 in game 1 of the doubleheader. That pitch rolled up there. 2 balls and a strike. Let's see how Casey Bennett did in game 1. She was 2 for 4 with an RBI on that home run. It must have been a solo shot as well, and scored the 1 run. Had 1 strikeout. Swung on and popped up in shallow center field. Sydney Harris comes in, makes the grab for a 1-2-3 inning for Hallie Grace Patton. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, scheduled for 7 innings here in game number 2. Today's doubleheader. Lady Pioneers still lead 7-5. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Cheyenne Lester will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Lady Pioneers. Lester, the 4-hole hitter. Sydney Harris will follow, and Katie Davis scheduled here in the bottom of the 6th. Ashley Milligan with the fastball misses outside. So the VolState Athletics will host the conference tournament in May. I believe it's May 7th. That swung on and fouled off to the right side. And we are working on getting a full broadcast crew for softball, and so that might mean that we can get some broadcast and scoreboard operation going for the Jackson State series in 2 weeks, and in 4 weeks, the final series of the year, Motlow State. So, Lord willing, I cover the baseball side of it, but we're looking for folks that can cover some softball. So I've talked to experienced broadcasters, and A.J. Fawson, our chief engineer here at VolState, working with these young guys, Samuel Park and Reagan Smith and Josh Landers, on getting the production side of it, the scoreboard side, the computer, OBS. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. We will work on getting a second camera as Lester pops that one up out to right field. And Haley, is that Laramie? Didn't write that one out. Yes, Laramie out there in right field. So with 1 out, Sydney Harris steps to the plate. Harris a 2-run double in her last plate appearance. Line one to the center field wall. Swing and a miss. Harris 0 for 3 in game one. Did score a run. Grace Gregory had 2 hits, Anaya Boone. Killian Roberts also with 2 hits in game one. Cheyenne Lester and Katie Davis with 1 apiece for a total of 8 hits. Lady Senators with 12 hits. Sarah King, Brianna Breach, Casey Bennett, and Kaylee Dixon with 2 apiece. There's a line drive caught by shortstop. Go Casey Bennett. What a great fast twitch movement out there. So now with 2 outs, Katie Davis steps to the plate, left fielder for Lady Pioneers.
Number 2, Katie Davis.
Ashley Milligan out in the circle trying to get a 1-2-3 inning so that they can get to the 7th inning. They will need 2 runs in the top of the 7th to stay in the ball game. May 7th is the start of the conference tournament. There'll be 4 games played on day 1 in softball. 4 games day 2, 4 games day 3. Now the first 2 games will be play-in games by the 7, 8, 9, and 10 teams. I believe is how softball works that as well. 1 ball, 1 strike to Davis. That pitch goes high. In baseball, I know it is. I don't know why it wouldn't be in softball. A total of 16, possibly 17 games. Just now noticed that Katie Davis swings with a split grip on the bat. Her top hand is looks like about 1.5 inches away from her bottom hand.
And that's very weird. I don't see that in baseball.
No, you don't. There's a 3-1 pitch, misses. So a 2-out walk to Davis. We'll bring to the plate Bailey Osbrooks, the designated player, number 66.
Number 66, Bailey Osbrooks.
Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the fire station. Fire station number 2, right across from Mickey D's on Nashville Pike here. You're heading from Hendersonville into Gallatin. Gallatin, the county seat of Sumner County. Pitch goes high. Osbrooks 0 for 4 in game 1. She was behind the plate in that game. The designated player here struck out 3 times as the Lady Pioneers went down 11 times in game 1. To be expected is Tori Kaufman got her 18th win of the year. 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, only 4 earned. Did walk about her, but struck out 11. Swing and a miss. That's a lot of energy behind the plate, number 22, Jules Johnson, which is what you like to see out of your catcher. So, Josh, this is just game number 1 for softball, college softball for you?
Yep, this is game number 1.
Okay. You never attended a women's softball game?
No.
Okay. Full Count Ministries, full count, 2 outs. Runner will be going on the pitch. Milligan delivers to Osbrooks. Swung on and popped up. That should get out of play, and it will. It's a different game, isn't it?
It is a different game.
Fast pace. You better be paying attention.
Yeah.
Sometimes that computer will go wacky and 4 runs will show up on it, Samuel.
Yeah, just somewhat did.
3-2 pitch, another foul ball. We'll do it again. Katie Davis getting her laps in, moving from first to second. Cooling off a bit here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Oh, I thought he was fixing to ring her up on a tough pitch inside, but it'll go as ball 4. Started the day at the baseball complex. I believe it was 66 degrees, 64 now, 53, feels like 50 with the wind chill. And we will have a pinch runner at first base for Bailey Osbrooks. See who that is. That's Reagan Swims. S-W-I-M-S, Reagan Swims, now the pinch runner at first base from Haleyville, Alabama. And we will have a pinch hitter at the plate as well. Kaylin Conrad on to hit for Madeline Ray. Kaylin Conrad from Berea, Kentucky. Transfer from Madison Southern. The daughter of Ben and Amy Conrad, grandparents Lenny and Jody Conrad in Key West, Florida. Hope you're joining us on the VolState Sports Network, along with Barb Wolf, grandmother in Lancaster, Ohio. Conrad was 0 for 3 in game 1, played right field, and she is pinch hitting for right fielder Madeline Ray. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, looking for an insurance run or two. There's a ground ball. This should be an out. Bennett over to first base on the first pitch that Conrad sees for out number 3. Going to the top of the 7th, Senators need 2 runs to tie, or this game is over. Pioneers looking to split the doubleheader here in day 1. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese, Josh Landers, Samuel Park, and Reagan Smith back for the top of the 7th inning. Lady Pioneers trying to hold on to game 2, lead 7-5. Changeup called ball 1. Jules Johnson at the plate. 3, 4, and 5 scheduled for Walters State. Allie Grace Patton in the circle delivers ball 2. Don't have a scorebook as we got started late here, so didn't get a chance to fire up my scorebook, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but trying to give you a little added benefit to the broadcast. My motto is I may not be Bob Costas, but this is better than nothing. I would hope that you enjoy at least a little bit of commentary instead of just seeing a live stream feed video, and that's about it, although we do have the scoreboard. 3 balls, no strikes. A fastball misses down low. Patton wondering where that one was. Johnson will get on to first base, and that will bring the tying run to the plate. Tatum Dew, third baseman for Walters State. And timeout called. We might have a new pitcher. We might have Maddie Croxford coming in to finish off this game to see if she can get the save and get Hallie Grace Patton her, let's see what win that would be. I forgot. She's got 11 wins on 4 losses, so Maddie Croxford will come in and try to get the save, which would be her first of the year. I thought somebody had a save already, but it's not showing up in the stats. Maddie Croxford pitched game 1, took the loss. 7 innings, gave up 12 hits, 6 runs, but only 2 were earned. So apparently a very costly error. So 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, did give up 2 home runs. Those were to Casey Bennett and Jules Johnson. Tatum Dew, who's scheduled here swinging from the left side, it was 1 for 3 in game 1 as the cleanup hitter for Walters State. Maddie Croxford, this will be her 16th appearance of the year and her 3rd appearance in relief. 75 innings, giving up 79 hits. Walked 34, struck out 49. Not a big strikeout pitcher, but a 2.51 ERA, which is one of the tops in the league. See where she fits into the ERA. 3rd coming into this ball game. Tori Kaufman, and Ashley Milligan, the 2 pitchers for Walters State, are 1 and 2. Maddie Croxford, with 1 on, nobody out, delivers first pitch low and away. Katie Davis in left, Sydney Harris in center. I wonder if that's Madeline Ray. I don't have my, looks like Madeline Ray is re-entered in right field for Kaylin Conrad, who pinch hit for her. Grace Gregory at 3rd. Corey Harris at short. Killian Roberts at 2nd. Cheyenne Lester at first base. Anaya Boone behind the plate catching freshman Maddie Croxford from Station Camp High School, who's now gone 3 balls and no strikes. Don't want to put the go-ahead run at the plate. As I said, though, only her 3rd relief appearance all year, so it's not typical for her to come out of the dugout in the middle of the game. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Sophomore Grace Gregory giving her some encouragement. Ball 4. She walks Dew.
How about
Hallie Laramie steps to the plate.
Now batting, number 2, Haley Laramie.
From Franklin, New Hampshire, sophomore. How in the world do you get down here from New Hampshire? There's a pitch right down the can for a called strike. Good way to lead off this at-bat. Nobody out. Changeup. Called strike, and that draws some ire from the Walters State side. Not happy with that call. Laramie 0 for 3 in game 1. 0-2 count. Ground ball to short. He'll go the in front. Davis throws over to Gregory. High feet over there, but Gregory able to keep her foot on the base to get the lead runner. So one out. Now runners still at first and second. Brianna Beach.
Not bad. Number 13, Brianna Breach.
He went to Beach High School, folks. Beach High School. And he's gonna put the blame. He's gonna put the blame on me. Brianna Beach. I bet that happens a few times with that first name starting with a BR and the last name starting with a just BE. So Brianna Beach steps to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Maybe that threw her off too, and that's why she's got a strike. What was that, a swing and a miss?
For who? For you?
13, no, 13.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Maddie Croxford in relief of Hallie Grace Patton gets a pop-up that goes out of play, and Aya Boone was looking for. One ball, 2 strikes. Croxford not a strikeout pitcher, but she sure would take one right here. Ball gets down, pops out of the glove of Anaya Boone, but she is able to recover. Runners stay put. If you're wondering, you might see the U.S. flag out there flying at half staff. And in case you're not aware of it, the tragedy at the Covenant School earlier this week at Change Up Mrs. High. And the flag is flying at half staff in memory of those 6 victims, 3 students and 3 employees of the Covenant School, Presbyterian private school in Green Hills, suburb of Nashville, Tennessee. Full Count Ministries, full count. Swung on and popped up into center field. Sydney Harris will come in and make the catch for out number 2. The Pioneers 1 out away from getting the split. Maddie Croxford came back to get 2 outs after walking the first batter that she's faced. That will bring to the plate number 11, Ava Brooks. Ava Brooks, don't call me Books. Strike called. 3 communications majors right here in the press box with an accounting major and retired law enforcement officer. So was that ground ball thrown? Boone will just have to eat that one. Both runners move up a base. A big wild pitch there by Maddie Croxford. That handcuffed Anaya Boone, no question. That was an easy block, but just took a hop, kicked away. But 2 outs. That ball is smoked. That ball is gone. That is a 3-run home run off the bat of Ava Brooks. And the Lady Senators have taken the lead here in the top of the 7th inning. A 2-out, 3-run home run by Ava Brooks. What a big hit right there. She got a pitch she liked. Brooks hit her 4th home run of the year. RBIs 20, 21, and 22 possibly. I'm not sure if she had any RBIs in the earlier at-bats, but Hayden Campbell will now come up. So a leadoff walk and then another walk came in to score ahead of that home run. And Walter State looking to stave off their first loss of the year with a 3-run top of the 7th inning, but the Pioneers get to have their say in the bottom of the 7th. Hayden Campbell, who came on as a pinch hitter for Jaden Saltz, steps back in there. No balls, 1 strike. So Hallie Grace Patton will not get her 12th victory. If a pitcher's going to get a victory here for the Lady Pioneers, it's going to have to be Maddie Croxford, but right now she's on the hook for the loss, as those last 2 runners they came across were her responsibility, but the biggest one was the home run hitter Ava Brooks. Changeup 0-2, swung on and missed. And the Lady Pioneers get out of the inning, but not before. Walters State scores 3 runs on a 3-run home run by Ava Brooks. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Now the Lady Pioneers need to see if they can score 1 to stay in this one or 2 to win. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Back for the bottom of the 7th inning. Corey Harris will lead off. All right, we got Tori Kaufman, who's in relief here. Honestly, I wonder if she's been in relief. Is this the first inning? You think this is the first inning that Tori Kaufman's been in? I've said that was Ashley Milligan out there, but this is Tori Kaufman, who's got the 168 strikeouts. I'm not sure if this is her coming in for the bottom of the 7th or she was in prior to this, but if she was, I apologize to all the Walters State fans out there. I don't know your roster well enough, but she has delivered the first 2 pitches to Corey Harris outside the mark. She had a bit of an injury, it looked like, as she was doing her warm-ups. Now, head coach will come out to the circle to talk to her, make sure that she's okay, but it looked like a lower body injury. I didn't see what happened. Josh, did you see what happened?
She was pitching and she overstepped and she fell down on her knee.
So maybe like a hyperextension or something like that. Wonder if all-world team trainer Justin McKinney is here. Probably is. Last month was Athletic Trainer Appreciation Month. I don't think I said anything about Justin McKinney in March, but here I am on April 1st saying something. 3 balls, no strikes to the Lady Pioneers shortstop. On deck, Grace Gregory, the top of the order. Grace saying, get on base, Corey Harris, and that will be ball 4. So there's a leadoff walk, Tori Kaufman. See where Tori Kaufman's from. Number 24, a freshman from Washburn, Tennessee, Washburn High School. I got no idea. Josh, you know where Washburn is from? Washburn is?
No.
Who's from there?
I have no idea.
No? Some football player you know?
Maybe.
You're a football guy, apparently.
I
Samuel Park's a wrestling guy.
Wrestling, football.
I like hockey as well.
There you go.
It's always a fun one.
Okay. Grace Gregory, 1 ball, no strike count. Grace looking to get a ball that she can lift and drive out of here. 8 home runs, second on the squad, tied with Bailey Osbrooks behind Killian Roberts, who has 9.
She had 3 home runs in a game a few weeks back.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball goes high. .35 RBIs. Grace looking for 2 right here on a 2-1 pitch. Should get a pitch to hit, but she doesn't. Count goes 3-1 on deck. Anaya Boone, one of the top hitters in the conference. Grace Gregory had 3 home runs against Lake County, 6 RBIs, and a 13-3 win right here at VolState. Strike called. Gregory does not offer. Brings us to a full count. Ministries full count. Thanks again to Dyer Construction and Toyota of Gallatin for their support of VolState Athletics. 3-2 pitch. That's ground ball. In there at second base, head first sliding is Corey Harris. But the base umpire calls her out. Not sure he could have even seen if her hand was on that base before the throw got there, but a fielder's choice puts Gregory at first base. And 1 out, Anaya Boone. 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. In a low crouch. She comes out of it quickly and fouls that one off to the right side. 473 hitter. Tori Kaufman delivers a fastball that's high. Boone, 5th best in the league at 473. Fowler from Cleveland State, 515 coming in, leads the conference. And Boone now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thompson at Dyersburg State with 488 batting average. Parker at Chattanooga State. And Casey Bennett right here with Walter State at 482. Line drive down the right field line. That will go foul. Just past the Lady Senators dugout, maybe down in the bullpen area. We got to be in the 40s on a wind chill now. Head coach Johnny Lynn down there in shorts, and knucklehead son Christian down there at first base also in shorts. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Johnson comes popping out of catcher's box with lots of energy. The Pioneers now down to their last out. Killian Roberts steps to the plate.
Now batting, number 56, Killian Roberts.
I don't think there was any damage here to the softball complex due to the high winds. Were there, Miss Kimberly? Any? Nothing? Strike called on the outside corner. Looked a little bit out. Feels like 49 degrees here in Gallatin now as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tori Kaufman, best in the league, in the circle. There's a ground ball. She's got it stabbed and throws over to first base. Killian Roberts is out at first base. The Pioneers had victory snatched away from them with a 3-run home run by Ava Brooks. And they fall to the Lady Pioneers, who move to 34-0. VolState will drop to 22-8 and 10-6 in conference play. Be right back here at the Nichols Softball Complex for 2 more games tomorrow starting at noon. As far as I know, we won't have a broadcast because Reagan Smith won't be here and Samuel Park won't be here. So unless you want to broadcast, Josh Landers, you think you know how to do it, I can't help you because I'll be broadcasting baseball tomorrow. So you can work that out with A.J. Fawson, our head engineer. So for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Johnny Lynn, this is Tim Reese. For Josh Landers, Samuel Park, and Reagan Smith, and our big toe, A.J. Fawson, who's, I'm sure, listening in to this fun and frivolity. But we're glad that we could provide a little bit of information to you folks that listen in or normally just watch. But today you got to listen in. Tomorrow maybe we will have a broadcast, maybe not, but we are gearing up for broadcasts, hopefully, for Jackson State and the Motlow State series 2 weeks and 4 weeks, definitely for the conference tournament. So thanks for putting up with us, and we will talk to you soon. God bless you. Good night.
Good night.